is my driveway. You see that? Right here. Mine. You don't stomp up here without a word.
Sir, I said step back. You're interfering. Move away.
Interfering with what? You don't even know why you're here. You came with attitude. That's
Keep
it.
talking like that. You're going to find yourself in
Nah,
cuffs.
you the one climbing all over my property raising your voice. I'm standing right here.
Now,
Hidden Hills, California, 6:45 p.m. A career ends in exactly 4 seconds. Officer Rick Vickers saw a black man working on a $250,000 Lamborghini Urus. He saw the hoodie. He saw the skin color. He assumed thief. He assumed easy target. He was dead wrong. Vickers didn't just attack a civilian. He assaulted federal judge Julian the Hammer Thorne. He attacked a former Green Beret with 12 years of combat experience. Now the script is flipped. Vickers isn't the predator anymore. He is the prey, face down on the pavement, cuffed with his own steel, waiting for the Secret Service to swarm the driveway. This is not just an arrest. This is the total, systematic destruction of a bad cop. Narrator, where are you watching this justice unfold? Comment your city below right now. Lined, if you want to see corrupt officers get exactly what they deserve, smash that follow button. Now let's go back to the moment the mistake was made. The cement gray Lamborghini Urus sits low and aggressive against the polished concrete of the driveway. A $250,000 machine. But the man crouching by the rear tire is the true engine of destruction. At 6'4", 250 pounds, Julian Thorne does not just occupy space, he commands it. He wears a black compression tee that strains against a chest, built from decades of combat discipline, charcoal tactical joggers, unlaced work boots. To the ignorant, he looks like a threat. To the wise, he looks like a fortress. The veins mapping his forearms tell a story of survival. These hands have not just signed warrants. They have dismantled insurgents in silence. Julian is a federal magistrate, a man who wakes up and decides the fate of cartels, corrupt politicians, and domestic terrorists. He holds the scales of justice in one hand and a history of special forces violence in the other. He has sent more men to supermax prisons than most officers have ever arrested. His signature on a piece of paper can authorize a drone strike or seize $1 billion in assets. The only glint of his immense status is the platinum Rolex day date on his left wrist, the President watch. It catches the last rays of the setting sun as he checks the air pressure. He is calm. His heart rate is resting at 40 beats per minute. He is a predator in hibernation. But the world sees only a black man in a hoodie, and Officer Vickers is about to make the last mistake of his career by waking the giant. The silence of the Hidden Hills estate shatters. Tires screech against the polished concrete. A patrol cruiser mounts the curb, aggressively invading the private sanctuary of the driveway. Dust swirls in the golden light. The door flies open before the engine even cuts out. Officer Vickers steps onto the property. He does not walk. He prowls. His hand hovers over his holster, fingers twitching. He sees the Lamborghini Urus with the hood up. He sees a black man in a hoodie, hands stained with grease. He does not see a homeowner maintaining his investment. He sees a suspect stripping a stolen vehicle. The bias is instant. The calculation is prejudiced. In Vickers' mind, the narrative is already written. Blackmail, grand theft auto, resistance likely. "Hey, you!" Vickers bellows, his voice cracking with adrenaline. "Gee, step away from the vehicle now!" Julian Thorne does not flinch. He does not raise his hands in surrender. He simply stops wiping a smudge from the fender and turns, slowly, deliberately. The movement is fluid, controlled, the motion of a man who has stared down warlords. He looks at the officer with a terrifying calmness. "Can I help you, officer?" Julian's voice is a low rumble, devoid of fear. Vickers closes the distance, invading Julian's personal space. He spits on the ground. "I said step away from the car, boy. Who does this belong to? You taking the rims off to sell them?" The insult hangs in the air, a direct racial attack. Julian's eyes narrow, just a fraction. He is giving the officer every chance to de-escalate. He is handing Vickers a shovel and watching him dig. I am on my property, Julian states, his tone flat. You have no warrant. You have no probable cause. You are trespassing. Vickers laughs, a harsh, ugly sound. He unclips the safety on his holster. Trespassing? I'm investigating a felony in progress. You really think I'm going to believe this is your house? Look at you. Julian sighs. It is the sigh of a man who knows exactly how this ends. He doesn't reach for his ID. He doesn't scream, "I'm a judge." He lets the officer commit to the mistake. He lets the prejudice solidify into a civil rights violation. Here is a question for you. If a police officer invaded your home and insulted you like this, would you stand your ground like Julian, or would you comply to stay safe? Let me know in the comments. Because what Julian does next changes everything. Vickers snaps. I'm the audacity of this man. This suspect lecturing him on the law triggers a violent chemical rage. He doesn't just step forward, he invades. He stomps across the remaining distance, his boots slamming against the concrete like gunshots. You want to play lawyer? Vickers roars, spit flying. I am the law. Get your hands on the hood now. He doesn't wait for compliance. He forces it. Vickers lunges, his thick fingers clawing at Julian's shoulder, attempting to spin him around. He slams Julian against the pristine ceramic coating of the Urus, a direct physical violation of the Fourth Amendment, an illegal seizure, a warrantless assault. Julian absorbs the impact. He doesn't stumble. He doesn't flinch. He stands like a granite statue, his muscles coiling under the fabric of his shirt. He looks down at the hand polluting his shoulder. Ah, remove your hand, Julian warns. His voice drops an octave. It is the sound of a closing casket. Last warning. Vickers laughs, a manic, breathless sound. He rips the stun baton from his belt. The device crackles to life, 50,000 volts of blue lightning snapping in the twilight. Warning? You're warning me? You resist, and I will light you up like a Christmas tree, boy. Vickers swings the weapon. He aims not for compliance, but for pain. He thrusts the crackling tip toward Julian's neck.